Hello, storytellers. Welcome back to Storytelling Tarot. This is Jeida K Story, and I am so excited that you clicked on this video, that you are with me today, because we are about to look into the Fool. I think I'm gonna make this a new series. I want to go through the tarot and pull out the lessons and the wisdom from each of these archetypes. So I kind of jumped ahead. We already did the magician, and if you haven't, you can click the card up in the corner where we talked about the magician and you. And today we're going to look at the Fool. We're going to look at the next adventure that awaits you. What's the next leap of faith that you're taking? What is the journey that you're about to embark upon? So we're going to look into the wisdom of the Fool. And we're going to look at what you will need for the journey ahead as well. Additionally, we're going to get some wisdom from the ancestors to see what it is that they have to say about your journey ahead. So if that sounds interesting to you, then this is definitely the video for you. And I'm super excited that you're with me. If this is your first time, hey baby, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are encouraged to sit back, relax, choose your pile, take a deep breath if you need to. We're going to go on a journey together. So this will be chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. If you need more time, you can always pause the video to kind of get centered, to determine which one is calling to you. And I always say that there may be, if more than one is calling to you, then you may have more than one message. So I encourage you to watch as many as you feel you need. Okay, so I am super excited. Let's go ahead and get into this reading. I will see you at the table. Hello, my chapter ones. Welcome to your reading. We are about to look into what new adventure awaits you. So you have chosen this beautiful card from the Afro Goddess deck. Love this card so much. Love the entire deck, really. I'm wondering if, because there's like a city landscape in the background, I wonder if some of you are feeling called to move, to actually relocate. For some of you, I feel like you're about to make a physical change in your life. Like you may be getting a new home, moving to a new city. For some of you, it feels like you may be going off to school or starting. Some of you are like starting school or starting work in a new location. That's what it feels like just off the bat. That's just what I'm feeling. But let's look at the cards and see what they have to say. Okay, Spirit, can you tell me what new adventure awaits all of those who are in chapter 1? Spirit, can you tell me what is coming in for that one wanted to come out real bad. Spirit, what changes, or what is the new adventure? That's right. What's the new adventure that awaits those who are in chapter 1? This one too? All right, let's see. Oh, okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So I see that some of you are a little hesitant about what is coming in, or what new adventure awaits, unsure about the next step to take. And maybe that's why you clicked on this video, because you're trying to figure out exactly what is needed, what is necessary for the road ahead. I think let's move it that way so we can see them all. Let's see what's coming in. Okay, yeah, the World, the Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess, yep, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, yeah. Wow, chapter 1. So yeah, spirit is very loud. You're definitely coming to the end of things. Ooh, for some of y'all, yeah, with the Ten of Swords, it feels like some of you are literally coming to the end of a contract. And it's time for you to move on to something new when it comes to your job. And then I did say some people are changing schools, but like with the world card here, some of you may even be graduating. Like there's something about you moving to the next level. Wow. There's something about you moving to the next level. There's something about, oh, it's so interesting because some of y'all have accomplished a lot. Like you're looking around at how much you have done. And for some of you, it doesn't feel like it's enough. For some of you, it doesn't feel like it's enough. Like the divine and spirit and maybe even people in your life are cheering you on and are saying it's time for you to take that leap. It's time for you to take that next step. And some of you are resistant because you don't feel ready. You don't feel ready. And the high priestess is here. The high priestess is here because there are some unknowns, right? And so maybe for the people in this group, you may want everything to be laid out. But the thing about the Fool is you do have to take a leap of faith. You do have to come to an understanding that this next leap is going to catapult you into the change that you seek, into the life that you are desiring for yourself, the life that is destined for you. And so what I was saying about the Two of Swords is you are at a bit of a crossroads and you're trying to figure out, well, which way am I supposed to go? And the High Priestess is saying, which one is calling to you? You're not going to always know every little step, but do you see the first step? Do you have enough connection to yourself and to your intuition to just see the next step? There's a lot of fear and doubt and even anxiety with this particular group. But the thing is about you in this next journey, if you keep your head bowed because you're afraid of change, you will miss the beauty that's already happening around you. You will miss the sun coming up in the background. You will miss the beauty of transformation that is happening inside of you and around you. You will miss the opportunities that are awaiting you in your new location. So some of y'all, there's definitely a move. It might not be across the world or to a new city. It could even be moving departments. It could be taking on new responsibility, but there is some type of shift that's happening where you've actually been putting in the work, where you're actually qualified to do it, but something in you is like, ugh, I don't know. Something in you is like, ugh, are they sure? I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. And the thing about the Fool, if you look here, they are holding a satchel. And that satchel just has the essentials of what they need for the journey. You can pack light, chapter 1. So you're talking about not being ready, but for the road that you are, the adventure that awaits you, you don't have to carry all of your luggage. You don't have to bring everything that you own. And I don't mean like physically. I mean like you don't have to carry all of these things in order to be ready for what's to come. There are some essentials that you need to keep with you. And the essentials, the things that you're carrying in that little satchel, those are the things that are showing you your preparedness, your readiness. So let's look at that. Let's look at the things. Let's look at 3 things that will be in your satchel. Let's see. Let me move this here. Okay, Spirit, can you show me 3? Oh, look at that. The sun. Spirit, can you show me what my chapter 1s need to carry in their satchel as they prepare for this move, this change? The 2 of Pentacles. You have lots of tools here. Let's get one more. This one. The Daughter of Swords, or the Page of Swords. What's beautiful, especially with the sun in the Page of Swords, is really feeling like Spirit is saying that you need to carry in your satchel. You need to, first of all, to carry like good tidings and great joy. In other words, like, let this be a celebration. Let this be good news. There's something about, sometimes in the Bible, it talks about having praise on your lips. There's something about you speaking goodness over yourself, speaking sweetness over yourself, like putting a little honey on the tongue and speaking about your life and what is to come. Because it looks like you've been in despair, chapter 1, or you've been just completely just frozen in fear and doubt about this next move. And so there's something Spirit is saying you need to consider. This is about to be a new day. Remember, I said you're missing out on the sun when you are laying down prostrate and on your face, because you feel like, oh my gosh, I cannot face what is to come, because what if I fail? And you start playing all of these scenarios that are not conducive to your growth or your success. And so there's something about you carrying good tidings of great joy, having praise on your lips, praising yourself. Hello, the world. Praising your progress and how much you will learn and grow from this journey. Hello, Seven of Pentacles. Trusting your intuition. And if you feel like you don't trust your intuition yet, being gentle with yourself as you're learning to listen to the inner voice, to the inner rumblings in yourself. One thing about the full energy is that we all feel it. Before the Fool shows up, we all feel that rumbling of like, there's something's about to change. Something's about to happen. And with the World and the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess, you've been feeling this for a while, chapter 1. You know that it's coming. Your issue feels like confidence. There's a lack of confidence that you have. And that's why the sun is here, so that you can really see and behold your glory, to know that you are worthy, to know that you are worthy of the goodness that is coming in, of the adventure that is calling to you. And so the Daughter of Swords is like, yeah, I'm going to bring good news to you. I'm going to speak about all the good things that can happen. Let's talk about, what's that tweet that it went viral that said, God, tell me how good it can get. Like, that is your mantra. In fact, if this is resonating with you, I want you to drop me a comment that says, it's about to get real good. I want you to know that it's about to get real good, chapter 1. And so for you, the other thing that you need to carry in your satchel, the Two of Pentacles, you need to carry, you got to have a little balance, boo. You got to know how to work it, right? You got to work what you have. Instead of wondering or thinking about what you don't have and how you're not ready, you got to work what you have. And instead of wondering and worrying about what you don't, what's missing. Yeah. Ain't nothing missing. The thing about the Fool's journey is that you carry yourself. You are the best prize. That you are the main events. You are the main character. As long as you got you on the journey, that's what matters most, chapter 1. All right, let's see what other good things or what other things you can expect on this journey, so we can help you feel a little more prepared, right? Spirit, can you give me like 4 cards? Tell me what else is coming in for my chapter 1s on this journey. Let's get 2 more, please. Spirit, can you tell me? And what else? Let's get 1 more. Okay. You have Arrow. Look at that. You are on the right path regarding some aspect in your life. You got to trust yourself. Grapes. It says time to go out and have fun. The World is a great card for celebration. Celebration. And also I love that it fell on top of the Seven of Pentacles, because this person is like smelling this shrubbery, and there are pentacles growing, kind of like what would be like a grapevine. And so this is saying like you need to like bask in that energy of what you already have available to you. You have Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Yeah. And that is what we're doing here today. And that is what I want you to know is available to you. You don't have to go it alone. And maybe that's part of the confidence is you feel like maybe you've been someone who overachieves or just achieves at all. And a lot of times with people who achieve and make something of themselves, like there is this feeling of I got to keep it going because I've already done it this way before. Maybe people don't come to your aid because they feel like, oh, you got it. Look at all the success around you. Look at how much you can achieve on your own. And maybe that's part of, the stress of you not feeling balanced. Maybe you feel like things are just kind of imbalanced and you just kind of winging it. So ask for help. Ask for help and guidance. Like allow other people to join this journey with you, especially because in the typical Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Fool card has a little dog, has a guide, has someone who's with them, so they don't go alone. And neither do you. You don't have to go alone. Oh, there's actually two more here. You have good luck for horseshoe, a horseshoe for good luck, and you have flute for disappointment in a friend or a lover. So I want to look into that because that's really interesting because you have all this good luck around you. What I'm feeling is that for some of y'all, you are unsure about making the move because it might create some distance or some issues with a loved one. What I'm also hearing is, the Fool's journey is really about you, chapter 1. And sometimes like this 10 of Swords can be other people's voices and thoughts and opinions. And those are the things that pin us down. And so I want you to know that as you are determining which way you should go, it is good to ask for guidance and assistance and help because you need it, right? And also make sure that you are tuned into your own voice too with the High Priestess here. What I'm hearing is sometimes other people can stunt our growth. And Spirit doesn't want you to stunt your growth for anyone. But let's get some insight. Spirit, can you tell me about this disappointment in this one? Yeah, the Hermit. Yeah. So either bottom of the deck is the 5 of Wands. All right, so you may have a friend or a lover or a loved one in general who is feeling a way because you are about to, what I'm hearing is you on your glow up. And they don't want to be left behind. So they may be stonewalling you because there's a little bit of competition. Or there's a little bit of like, ooh, I don't. You're getting too big for your britches. It's making them feel some type of way. And so maybe when everybody else is celebrating you and excited for you about your next chapter, there's someone who you are really looking and hoping to be there who is deciding not to be. So, chapter 1, that's rough. That's rough. But what I want you to know is this. Spirit is already affirming that you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. And they want you to celebrate. That's why it says time to go out and have some fun. So if you have been hermiting a little bit, it's time for you to enjoy yourself. It's time for you to explore. Yeah. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards here. Let's get some oracle cards and then we'll close with an ancestral message. Let's get some wisdom for your next journey. We have embrace the flow of life, yeah. And trust all will be well. New moon in Virgo. Full moon in Gemini, new moon in Virgo. These placements, you may have a moon in Gemini or Virgo, or Gemini and Virgo may be important placements to you. But the message is clear. You cannot be rigid. You cannot be rigid as you are taking this leap of faith. You have to know that when you are guided and aligned, your steps are ordered. They got you. They got you. So what is it going to take for you to feel held by the divine? All right, let's get a final message of wisdom from the ancestors. Only on the ancestors of all of those in chapter 1. What do they need to know as they move forward on this next journey ahead? I'm also hearing just don't be afraid. Fear not. Don't be afraid. And if you are afraid, take your fears to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, to the divine. Is it this one? Birth. Yeah. You are at a phase of, you are at a phase, or coming to it at least, because it is a little bit reversed. You are coming to a place of birthing. And it feels like birthing a new you. Because before you go into these new spaces, there's a process of becoming, and it feels like that is a little bit of what is on the journey, is on the agenda for you. This process of becoming, this process of believing who you are and what you're worthy of, believing in your gifts and your talents and how far that will take you. And know that transitioning is never easy. Neither is giving birth. But as they always say, it is always worth it. It is always worth it. When you get to the end of that birthing process and you can witness the beauty of being. All right, my chapter ones, I hope that was helpful for you. I can't wait to hear all the goodness that's coming to you on this next adventure. We'll see you in the next one. Hello, chapter 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we are looking at the new adventure that awaits you. And I'm so excited to get into this with you. I will tell you already from looking at this particular card, this is one of my favorite full cards actually. From looking at this card, I love this tree. I love the roots. It's called life. What I'm getting from this particular card for those who have chosen this chapter, the Fool talks about, we talk about new adventures and just newness, leaps of faith into a new thing, but it really can also be like new actions. It can also be like new attitudes, new perspectives, new dynamics. And that's kind of what this feels like for you. I don't necessarily feel like you are doing something brand new, but I feel like you are like approaching something from a new direction, from a totally different perspective. And I really like that because you have the roots, and it just kind of reminds me of getting rerouted, like getting back to the basics, getting back to the point of it all is what it feels like. And so for some of you, like that is the beginning of this fool's journey, because even if we've been doing something one particular way for a while, and we may be accustomed to the job or the relationship, like there's a newness sometimes that's necessary for you to go into your next chapter. So even if you're not changing partners, changing jobs, changing homes, sometimes the newness is happening inside of you. And that's what I really feel for this particular chapter. So let's look more into that to see what the cards have to say. All right. Spirit, can you tell me about the chapter that awaits my chapter 2s? Spirit, can you tell me about that chapter that awaits? Oh, okay. What's this? I'm going to get 4. All right, let's get 2 more. Spirit, can you tell me about the chapter that awaits my chapter 2s? This one is trying to escape me. And then let's get 1 more. Spirit, can you tell me about the next chapter? Is it this one? I said no. This one. Okay. Okay. We have the Queen of Pots, the Queen of Knives, the Page of Knives, the Queen of Staffs. Okay, yeah. These are all, wow, a whole spread of court cards. So remember when I said this feels like things that you need, ways that you are like becoming? That's what it feels like. Ooh. And the bottom of the deck here is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. So it feels like for you, the new adventure awaits you. One is dealing with relationships, but it's not only relationships with others, but relationship to and with self. And the ways in which you becoming and embodying, especially with three queens, oh my goodness. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Staffs, there is such powerful energies coming off of this spread. So this is about you and your embodiment. So when it comes to the Queen of Pots, we're talking about you on this journey. We're talking about you coming into your own emotional self, coming into your intuitive knowing. You getting to a place where in your relationships, the boundaries and the safety and the security comes from a place of emotional strength and fortitude. It comes from being present in the body and in the heart space. It comes from you learning whose emotions you are carrying or carrying. Are they yours? Are they someone else's? Whose dreams are you birthing? Are they yours? Are they someone else's? Whose vision do you hold? Are they yours? Or are they someone else's? And so this feels like you are coming into a huge, or you're going through a huge emotional healing journey. Chapter 2. It starts from that place that the Queen of Cups, who is learning how to love themselves and others safely by putting up parameters, knowing that the boundaries, they are what sustain the relationships. They only turn off the people who are adamant about running you down. The Queen of Pots is like, no. I know that I have a huge capacity to love, and because I do, I know that I have to protect that. And so that is a part of your journey. Chapter 2. And then as you go in through this place of love, look at who you meet. You then go to the Queen of Knives, vision and clarity, being able to not only discover those boundaries, but then now to communicate them. The propensity to now speak up and with your head held high, say, okay, no, this is what I need. You can speak those desires. You can speak those needs. You can say what's on your mind and on your heart, and people will respond accordingly. Sure, the Queen of Knives can be a little brash, but she ain't never told no lie. And so there's something about you in this next leg of your journey of becoming more of who you are is embracing the truth. No, you're not going to sit and stay in the Queen of Pots where the tendency to coddle is there. No, you're going to allow that love space to lead you to truth, right? And then you have the Page of Knives, represented by the owl. Such wisdom, such insight, clarity even. Owls, we see and hear them at night. Actually, sometimes we don't even see them. We can only hear them. So there's something about, like I say, your voice being amplified. You are saying things not only from with the power of the Queen of Knives, but you have the influence. You are touching people. You are the Page of Swords who is able to be almost like what I'm hearing is like a town crier, right? You know, back in the olden days, the person who was extra, extra, read all about it. You're sending messages. This can be on social media. This can be just you in conversation with people. But the conversations that you're having is about the healing that you're experiencing. And so I feel that people will be drawn to this on this journey. This also means that I feel like you are learning different ways to communicate to other people and to yourself. So it feels like as you're going on this healing journey, as you are doing some learning and doing some studying, you are sharing what you're finding. You're sharing what you're discovering. You're writing about it. And it feels like the response is overpowering, especially in overpowering. I mean, like in a good way, like people really want to hear what you have to say. People are in demanding to know more about what you're talking about. And then you have the Queen of Staves. Such power in the Queen of Staves. They are the hearth, right? As Jessica Dore says in Tarot for Change, like they keep the fire going. And so I feel like you are being introduced to your own fire, your own magnetism, your sensuality, the allure. When I say people are hanging onto your every word, people are looking to you as a guide because you have the guidance of the Queen of Pots and the Queen of Knives, and you're walking in the Queen of Staves. You command attention. Whew. So this nine of swords just feels like there may be some fear around the transformation, but the transformation feels real big for you. Real big for you, chapter 2. I talked about studying. Some of you may be studying under the cover of night. Maybe you write and create under the cover of night. But the change for you, life is a great word because this really is about how you're about to transform your life. Be seen in a new way. Be heard in a new way. Move about. You're going to love differently. You're going to strategize differently. You're going to organize your life differently. You're going to even, some of y'all are dressing differently. It's definitely like some type of glow up, but it feels like it's a glow up from the inside out. By the time you in your Queen of Staves energy, child, that's powerful. So let's look at so since you have this particular fool's card that is life, it talks about it has roots present. So I want to look at what will keep you rooted. What will keep you, let's look, okay. I'm gonna shuffle again. Spirit, give me 3 things that's going to keep my chapter 2s rooted during all of this next adventure that's coming in. This one. All right. So you have the 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and the King of Pots. Wow. What's keeping you rooted truly is the ways in which you preserve and keep yourself. The way you preserve and keep your resources. The way you preserve and keep your energy. With the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. 6 speaking about give and take. Speak about, giving and receiving in equitable measure. And the 4 of Pentacles is someone who wants to kind of keep what they have, not necessarily share. And so my coach, J.T. Perry, teaches this in the Cecilia Weston Spiritual Academy when it comes to reading tarot or using any divination. You learn, say some and save some. And so that's what it feels like for y'all, my chapter 2s. You're learning how to freely give of yourself. And then you're also learning which parts you keep for only you. And that feels like the energy of the King of Pots, the King of Cups, who is not easily rocked or distracted by other people's stuff because they have a healthy relationship with themselves. They don't feel pressured to carry anybody's baggage for them. Sometimes the Queen of Pots can do that, but the King of Pots says no. There's an emotional integrity and maturity that the King of Pots has. And it feels like that's exactly what you are going to need to tap into in order to keep yourself rooted as you are doing this transformative change of becoming. Ooh-wee. All right, Spirit, can you tell me more? Tell me more about what's coming in for my chapter 2's, this adventure that awaits them, this becoming. How many is this? I want 4. That's 2. Let's get 2 more. Let's get 1 more. Okay. So we have Ram for a stubborn and aggressive person. That's probably going to be a bit of that rub when it comes to you becoming and you getting into. Yeah, let's just look at this one. Apple, for temptation will test you. So what I was going to say was there's going to be a temptation for you to go back to your ways, but we're talking about a new adventure, chapter 2. So there's going to be a temptation for you to go back to your ways because someone's going to try to take you there. But again, what's going to keep you rooted is knowing what you can give, knowing when you need to receive, and knowing when you need to hold to preserve yourself, to keep yourself grounded, to have a separation between other people's projections, other people's expectations that are forced upon you without your consent, right? Let's see what else we have. Beware of great pride, and you're going to have great happiness. So I will say, you got 3 of the 4 queens, and you also have a king here. You got king energy. But with all of this, like, very heavy present, beware of the pride, because you're going to be feeling yourself as you are in the process of becoming. You're going to be smelling yourself, especially when people start to come. And first of all, know this: there's nothing wrong with having some pride. You need this. That's why you got the queen showing up for you this way. So you need to feel yourself. So this is just saying to beware of great pride, but it also feels like it could be the pride of whoever the stubborn and aggressive person is in your life, who might show up, who might test you to see if this transformative change, if it really took, Overall, though, Spirit is saying great happiness for you. Great happiness is coming. So the 9 of Swords, that fear, that anxiety, that's going to melt away as you yield to this adventure, right? Let's get a couple more oracle cards. Spirit, can you tell me, give me some wisdom for chapter 2, for the journey ahead, the adventure ahead. You have full moon in Pisces for forgive. Forgive yourselves, right? Forgive yourselves, chapter 2, for the ways in which you may have felt that you deserved any ill treatment, or they only did that because I let it happen. That's why I got to go through this transformation. That's why I got to do this glow up. That's why I'm doing this now. That's my work. It's not theirs. You need to forgive yourself and give yourself a whole lot of grace. A whole lot of grace. And as you give yourself grace, if you feel so called, you will then give that grace to others. You will then feel like you can forgive others, right? But it always starts with you. Let's get one more. This one. Look at that. Last quarter moon in Pisces, it says talk less, feel more. Now, I actually believe that. Oh, okay. Shout out to Pisces, because Pisces is coming through real strong. So I don't know if you have Pisces in your chart anywhere, or if you're dealing with a Pisces in any way. What I'm getting here is not talk less, like, especially when it comes to enforcing your boundaries or speaking up for yourself. I really feel like that the person in the card is like, it looks like they're meditating, and it feels like the talking less, what's coming up for me is don't make any excuses. Don't make any excuses for anyone. No excuses. Some of you may be giving people an out. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay that you harmed me. I'll just go to my altar. I'll just go pray and work on it. I just forgive you. Ain't nothing wrong with forgiving, because there's a reason why this forgiveness is here. But I said for you to offer it to yourself first. Don't make excuses for other people. You can really feel what has happened in the past. The reason why you're starting this new adventure in the first place. The reason why you feel like it's time. Feel that. Feel that. And let that help you move toward the badass that you are. What I love about the Fool is that we can all feel the energy of the Fool before the Fool shows up. Before you ever see it on the tarot table, or before the changes even start to occur, we feel the rumblings, right? We feel the change coming in, and you feel it, chapter 2. So lean in. Stay rooted. Some of y'all may really even need to really meditate and pray more, especially we talked about rooted. This person is sitting here. That may be very beneficial for you. All right, so let's look at one final card. Wisdom from the ancestors, calling on the ancestors, those who have chosen chapter 2. What advice do they need as they, look at that. I am talking to you. I am talking to you. Bottom of the deck, you have birth, which is the same card that came out for chapter 1. One thing I say about the Fool is when I think of full energy, I think of that baby's been here before. You know how we say that? At least Black folk do. That baby's been here before. We say that about someone who is brand new to life, brand new to the world, but somehow it's like they have this wisdom, they have this knowing, they understand things that they probably shouldn't understand at that young age. They're busier than someone their age should be doing. Like, you got like a 2-year-old who's reading already, things like that. That baby's been here before. That's you, chapter 2. You've been here before. And the thing now is that you get to do it differently now. You've lived a life already. And this is you setting your own restart. You're getting a reset from the divine. And the I'm talking to you is just really pointing out to say you are the one. You are where the focus is. That your ancestors are reaching out to you to help you, to remind you. Beautiful things are yet to come. Now, if this resonated with you at all, I would love if you would drop me a comment that says, yes, my ancestors are talking to me. Yeah. It's time for you to become more of who you're already destined to be, chapter 2. I hope that this has been helpful. We'll see you in the next one. Hey, chapter 3, welcome to your reading. We are looking at the adventure that awaits you, and I am so excited to get into this with you. So just looking at the card, I just love the way that this tree is just kind of leaning towards the sun. It reminds me of the story, or it reminds me of lilies in the valley. And one of the things that I learned is that lilies in the valley, they thrive because even though they're in the valley where it's dark, and there's not direct sunlight, what they do is they bend to the light. They find the light that they need. And so what that tells me is that where you are right now, chapter 3, you feel as though where you are right now is just not enough. It's not giving you what you need. And so a part of your next journey is about you bending to the light, you following the divine. There's something in your heart that's like, yeah, I need a change and I need it real bad. And part of this is you answering the call in your heart from the divine. And there's something that's like real bold about this group. Like, I don't get the feeling that you are nervous at all, or I don't get any like hesitation. Like, I feel like if you were in this card, chapter 3, I feel like you would like jump straight off the edge of this cliff and just soar. So I really love the energy that you are bringing forth. I want to let's see what's going on with you. Okay, Spirit, tell me Tell me about the adventure that awaits my chapter 3s. All right, let's get 4 cards. Spirit, can you tell me about the adventure that awaits my chapter 3s? Tell me about the adventure that awaits this one. Oh, these 2. And let's get one more for the next chapter that awaits the adventure that awaits my chapter 3s. Just one more. Oh, there we go. Okay. You have the King of Cups, the Emperor, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Oh, okay. Very powerful energy coming forward. Let me move that over some, back into frame. Okay. See the bottom of the deck. Oh, bottom of the deck is the moon. Ooh, yeah. And look, beneath that was roots. So, wow. Why do I feel like some of y'all are going home? I just heard that song. I'm going home, going home. I don't know why, but it feels like some of y'all are going back home, wherever home is for y'all. And it could just be that you are going to a place that feels like safe and secure for you. What's interesting with the moon card being at the bottom of the deck, that being a card of obscurity and, like things that are hidden. But what's interesting is that I was saying that your energy is someone who's like, you've been to the light. So you're not that. I really don't get I don't get the feeling that you are afraid at all of this change. I feel like wherever this next adventure is about you finding that place where you belong and where you thrive. And because we have the Emperor here, it makes me think that it could be about your workplace. You may be getting a new job opportunity. It could also be about you claiming and reclaiming your personal power. Because something about the Roots card just feels like you getting back to yourself. Like, you've been in this place for a while now, and it's time for you to get back to you. What's interesting, what I'm getting from this King of Cups card, I just feel like you're taking your things with you. Like wherever you're going, wherever you belong, it feels like you have been the one, chapter 3, fueling and really just bringing life to wherever you are currently. But this next chapter feels like you're taking your things. Like, no, like I'm taking my gifts, I'm taking my talents, and I'm moving on. And it feels like whatever you're doing is leading you into your creativity in a brand new way. It also feels like you're about to enter into a lot more like sensual experiences. And it feels like with the 4 of Pentacles here, like you're taking your time doing that. Like I don't get that you are rushing because I feel like you're getting back to you. I really like that. Let's get some clarification. Spirit, can you tell me more about the King of Cups? Why is the King of Cups here? This one? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're definitely moving on. You're definitely moving forward. And like I said, you're taking your gifts. You're taking yourself. You're taking your love. You're taking like the passion that you have. It may have been taken for granted where you are. And so you're about to go somewhere where you can thrive. And so the way is being made for you to go, to do. Spirit, can you tell me why is the Emperor here? This one. The 5 of Swords. There may have been some tension. This could even be tension in your job. Tension in your job and tension in your family. Bring that up some. What it almost feels like is like this competitive, this competitive energy that's like draining you, and you're kind of above it all. Chapter 3, you're above it all because you're coming through as the emperor. So you're above whatever this Five of Swords energy is all about. And like, yeah, you're just, yeah, heart of the, yeah, Five of Wands. Yeah, you're above it. You're not trying to prove yourself to anybody. You're above it. Like I said, you being like the lily in the valley, like you're in a place where you might not have belonged, but you still thrived and it didn't make sense to people. So you're bending to the divine to say, okay, I am got to go somewhere else. I gotta move on. Spirit, tell me why the Four of Pentacles is here. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? This one, Justice. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles here really does, it feels like it's not the Four of Swords, but it feels like a preservation of your energy and of your money, your investments. Yeah, that's what that feels like. Yeah, King of Swords. Like you may need to be strategic about where you go now, strategic about your next move. Again, like I said, it doesn't feel like you're rushing. It feels like you're really like waiting on the divine to direct you, to direct your paths. Injustice, speaking about the unfairness, like the imbalance between what you have been giving and what you have been receiving. And Spirit is like, nah, you about to get your just due now. You're going on a new journey. Spirit, tell me why the Queen of Wands is here. I already told you, it feels like your creativity. Yeah, look, you're going someplace else. You're building, you're learning, you're training. You are definitely moving. Look, bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. Yeah. You're moving on. Oh, I love that for you. Where you can create. The Queen of Wands can also be a new manager, or you may be managing someone in the workplace for sure. Or no, this could also be a relationship. But you're definitely building and going someplace where you feel home. Where you feel at home. I love that for you. I love that for you. So since you have the full card where the tree is leaning, I want to ask Spirit. What are things that you can be? I'm going to move these here. Maybe I could actually put these here. I'm going to ask Spirit, what are some things you can be leaning into in this season as you embark upon this journey? I'm going to get 3 cards for what you can be leaning into. The Ace of Cups. Love it. The Queen of Swords. The 10 of Cups. Baby, you supposed to be happy. Spirit wants you to be leaning into your joy, leaning into what fills you up, leaning into, the relationships around you. You need to be a place where you can be watered and where you can thrive. And so I said that sometimes for some of you, this is about family or relationships. But it's time for you to be in a place where you can be watered, chapter 3, where you can now thrive, where you can be in a place where you are able to, you see how before you showed up as a tree who was leaning, and now you're showing up here as a tree that's sitting right on top of the source. You have unlimited access to what you need. And look at who you become with the 10 of Cups. That is safety and security. That is belonging. That's what you should be leaning into. And the Queen of Swords is just going to be like that energy of Octavia E. Butler. So be it, see to it. It's you being ruthless about making it happen. It's you having a vision and clarity of what you deserve and moving toward it, like moving boldly toward it. I told you I felt that about you and I loved it. Loved everything about that. But yeah, with the Ace and the 10, a beginning, an ending, a beginning, and an ending. So it's really giving that for you, you're going to have like this never ending joy because you know how to tap into source, because you know how to bend to the light, bend to the divine, and flow with the divine. And as long as you do that, the joy in your heart What's that song say? This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me and the world can't take it away. That's really that. So I want you to know that whatever situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, whatever you're leaving, you being the King of Cups, oh honey, they're going to feel it. They're going to feel it real bad. And good. Good, because maybe that's a lesson for them to know how to better treat a divine being like you. And now you get to go somewhere where what you give, you also receive tenfold. Oh, I love that. Let's see what else is coming in for you, my chapter 3s. Spirit, can you tell me what else we need to know about for the journey or the adventure ahead for my chapter 3s? Let's get, okay. I was going to say 4 cards, but it says peacock for beware of great pride. You have claw for be careful, do not take risks. It says mountain, major challenge to overcome, but you also have inkpot, which says problems to be resolved. So know this, whatever you are coming across, like I said, they're gonna feel your absence, and some people are just not gonna be happy about it. It's gonna be resolved, so you don't even have to worry about it. It's like the game is fixed. But it says beware of great pride. And be careful not to take risks. Well, the Fool, we know, is all about taking risks. But for you, I feel like this is more calculated. Remember, I said that it seems like you are taking your time because you trust the divine. And so I want you to be mindful to keep that, to continue to trust the divine as you are making these changes. Let's see what advice the divine has for you about taking risks. Temperance, yeah, just moderation. Don't go full throttle if that's not what you feel is right or aligned, right? Instead, check in with the divine about what you should be doing and when, right? Spirit, can you tell me about the beware of great pride? Can you tell me about what's the peacock here for? The Page of Swords. Okay, so you may be hearing some news. And again, this sounds kind of petty, but you may be hearing something from, it could be, and you have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So it could be from a mother figure, an important woman. But it feels like gossip, honestly. It feels like somebody's going to say something that's probably going to get under your skin a little bit. And so this is warning you to kind of just continue to keep that moderate, cool head. Continue to be the King of Cups, who knows like they have emotional power and strength, because they don't let people rattle them, right? So keep that in mind. So let's look a little bit, even though we know the problem's going to be resolved, I do want to take one peek at what major challenge it might be that you need to overcome. You have the Knight of Wands. Oh, okay. So some of y'all going to want to run ahead. You're going to, look, bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands. Some of you are going to want to run ahead because you're feeling good, you're feeling energized. And also some of y'all might be ready to really just get out of that situation because you're ready to get into the good stuff. And so the challenge, it doesn't even feel like something outside of you. This is really just you having to be mindful of, wait, before you go, just check in with your body, check in with your spirit, check in with your heart, and make sure that the next step is what is actually aligned and is not you just trying to jump out because you are ready to get, like I said, to the good stuff. Take your time. Be mindful of where you're going. And you ain't got to worry about nothing else, okay? All right, so let's get a couple of oracle cards for advice for you. Advice. Spirit, what advice do you have for my chapter 3s? Look at that. Full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. This counteracts that Knight of Wands. Take inspired action. Look, bottom of the deck. Full moon in Gemini. So Virgo and Gemini may be important placements in your natal chart. And it says, embrace the flow of life, which I feel like you're already doing. This is just a reminder to keep that up. Keep that up. There was another reading that had both Virgo and Gemini. I think it might have been chapter 1. So that's really interesting. So if you were drawn to chapter 1, there may be something for you there. Let's see. Let's close with a message from the ancestors. Calling on the ancestors, those who are in chapter 3. What message do you have? What message do you have for the adventure that awaits them? What adventure do you have? Oh, this one's like me. They say, baby, you moving in the right direction. Look, bottom of the deck, you have grounding. You're moving in the right direction. You're doing the right thing. You just got to trust yourself. And I feel like you do. They're saying you're moving right because you already listening. You already listening to the ancestors. You already listening to the divine. You already doing the right thing. You just have to wait sometimes for the right door to open and then move. You are moving from a place of grounding. You are in a place, and that's why Spirit is saying, like, don't try resist the urge to get into that Knight of Wands or even the Page of Wands energy, right? That's like, ooh, nice and shiny thing. Let me just do it. You see how this tree is like moving? Should not be able to move across the street, but they like, listen, they flexing a little bit, like, I got this. And you do, chapter 3, you do, but Spirit is saying you moving right because you've been listening. You moving right because you've been checking in with your spirits and checking in with your body. And so they're saying, don't neglect that now. Keep that temperance. Keep that going. Yeah. So if this has been resonant for you, I would love if you could drop me a comment and say, I'm doing the right thing. You are. I'm doing the right thing. And isn't that such a great affirmation to know that you're doing the right thing? All you gotta do is just wait on these doors to swing open, and baby, you're gonna be able to take that leap that feels so good because you are going back home, to a home, a place, a relationship where you belong and you can thrive. And I am so excited for you. All right, my chapter 3s. I hope that was helpful for you. We'll see you in the next video.